Take a deep breath, as if you're about to blow up a huge balloon. Exhale all your sleepiness into it, and then, poof! It's now flying away. First, get into position like this, then move like that. Yep, that's it. Deep breath, as if you're about to blow up a huge balloon. Exhale all your sleepiness into it, and then, poof! It's now flying away. Relaxing days like this are nice. Let's take it easy. Deep breath, as if you're about to blow up.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream. I just started it. I was trying to post on Twitter and I'm on Discord server to inform people. Welcome. I'm going to farm a little bit for morning flowers before I actually start the world quest, just so that more people can join. But I hope you guys are doing well. Oh wait, wrong prompt. Welcome to everybody who joined. I hope you're having a good day and night. I will begin the world quest shortly. I just want to farm for morning flowers first. By the way, can you guys hear me? I haven't tested this mic on stream before. Just want to make sure that everybody can hear me. You can hear? Okay, nice. Good to know. So how is everybody doing? Is there good? Okay. There should be a few more in this area. And then we have to go to the Khvarena. Okay. I'm doing well too, thank you. I appreciate your asking. Okay. I am teleporting out of here. Thanks for asking, guys. I'm glad you're doing well too. I still haven't completed farming morning flowers for COVID. That's why I'm doing it at the beginning of the stream. I think even if I farm now, I'm going to get up to 140 or something. By the way, is the audio from my voice in balance with the in-game audio? Like, isn't the in-game audio louder than my voice? Just making sure. Okay. The audio is good. Okay. Good to know. Oh god, these are a real pain in the abyss. If you guys have tried Chamber 1, this thing is atrocious. Okay, I am out. I am out of there. Okay.
Curses. There's sand in my shoes.
Gets me every time. He has to always say it out loud that he has sand in his shoes. I think there's a portion of morning flowers that aren't available unless you go underground, if I remember correctly. And I think in order to do it, you have to initiate the world quest, which is why I haven't been able to farm fully. Hi there, a dream in a dream. Glad to have you here. Welcome. And to everybody else who joined and isn't necessarily chatting, welcome. I hope everybody is doing well. Oh, I missed one. Ariel, hi. Welcome to the stream. I'm really happy to have everybody here. Okay, I think that should be about it. Let me see how many I have. I think it should be 140, right? I think. Let me check. Yeah, 147. I don't think I can get more right now. Okay. Let's... I think I have to initiate the quest right here, but the way I entered this new region was kind of weird. I just entered from this side, so I missed this teleportation waypoint. I'm just gonna try to go there from north. SB Party, hello! Thanks, I'm doing well. How are you? Welcome to the stream. So I am just starting the quest. I was farming up until now. So don't worry, you haven't missed anything. Wait, let me just get this domain really quick. Nini, hello! Really happy to see you here. Yes, you finally made it. Okay, got this. You haven't done the quests? Okay, it's alright. You miss it every time. I'm really happy to see you, Nini. Welcome. You love to see the Nilu? Yeah, I got Nilu on her first banner. She was a character I actually saved for by skipping 2 versions. Ever since she was leaked. I was an OG Nilu haver. Tofukawa, hello. Welcome to the stream. Happy to see you all here. OG Nilu appreciator, so true. Same for Nahida. I actually got her on her first banner. There we go. Initiates automatically, but I had to go around, obviously. I couldn't do it the conventional way of just entering this new region from this teleportation. No, I had to go around. Okay, let me, there we go. Thanks for letting us know in advance about the stream. You're welcome, my pleasure. I noticed that the last few times, every time I would stream, there would be like at least 1 or 2 comments saying that they missed it. So I wanted to make sure that I just put a post a few hours beforehand. Ready for Kove? Absolutely. I just need 20 more of his morning flowers, that's all. A mysterious drum. This one has a cryo marking on it. Okay. Let's trust the academia for this. Okay, this time I've been commissioned. Try to find a local order to obtain information about something known as the sign of Apaosha. Ah yes, the Apaosha. I must say that the remuneration seems quite outsized when compared with the mission content. Okay. Ah, we see the Nagarjunites again. Nice. There are a lot of terminologies here that are pretty interesting. And then we have Catherine. By the way, Apaosha is basically a kind of evil entity in Zoroastrianism. He's supposed to be the arch nemesis to Tiri Azod. Okay, I have to go and talk to Catherine. Oh yeah, See, that's why I entered the desert from around. So I was trying to come and explore this region, and then I just saw that thing from the distance. I was like, I just went straight ahead, ignoring completely the teleportation waypoint. Anyway, let's go to Catherine. You plead guilty about these comments? You posted one last time? It's okay. That's fine. I'm actually glad that you guys let me know that you missed the stream, because I think from now on, this is what I'm going to do. Whenever I want to stream, I just, I'll try to inform everybody a few hours beforehand. Because I know I just suddenly put a post with a link on it, and people don't know from, prior, so it's probably a better choice. Thank you for letting me know. You almost did the same thing when you saw the purple thing in the sky. Yeah, it's very unique. It just draws you in. Cora, hello. Welcome to the stream, Cora. Glad to have you here. And to everybody else who joined too. I have 11 people watching it, so I hope all of you are doing well. Thank you for being here. An issue that even the academia cannot solve. Uh-oh. You love the new area? Yeah, I've seen a lot of compliments about the new area. So this whole thing is similar to the sign of Apaosha? Interesting. Okay. By the way, based on some things I've read about this new region, a lot of its lore, it's kind of like an intermingling between Zoroastrianism and Altai shamanism. I don't know if you guys know anything about Altai shamanism, but it has some really interesting points that I'll try to explain as we go through the world quest. They're very interesting. And there's also Buddhism too. Like on some of the terminologies. I think Hinduism as well. Buddhism and Hinduism both. Okay. Ah, there it is, the Khvarena. I was trying to teach one of my friends how to pronounce Khvarena because it's very difficult to pronounce it. You're just finding someone to step up the plate. Every time they can't do anything, they'll just shove it all in the traveler. Khvarena, yes, Nini. Wait, did Paimon just say whatever rights? Was that supposed to be like her trying to get Nagarjunites? Also, I have no idea how to pronounce Nagarjunites. I think that's Sanskrit, so if anyone knows Sanskrit here, please let me know how to pronounce that because I have no idea. Okay. Started Khvarena of good and evil. Alright. Let's go back. Paimon remembers some things so surprisingly well, and then sometimes whatever writes. So true. She did a lot of that during the R&R questline. I feel like they overdid it, kind of, because she would keep repeating the same thing, saying like how the R&R names are so difficult to pronounce. I feel like they kind of overdid that kind of persona for Paimon. Like she's always been kind of like that, but I feel like with Sumeru they just kind of pushed a little too far. You have like a dozen tabs open in your browser about all the terms you're encountering in this quest. Really interesting. Yes, it's very, like, it has so many terminologies. They went really thorough for this world quest. And actually, there's much more coherence in terms of the type of references they used, because although, for example, there is stuff from Altai shamanism and Zoroastrianism, but they actually relate to each other. Oh, so that's the sign of Apaosha, I see. That's the thing that I was trying to get to. So that thing in... So Apaosha in Zoroastrianism is kind of like a... It's kind of like an evil entity of drought, and it stops rain. So it stops rain and flow of rivers. And his nemesis, which is Tiriazod, is basically the divine entity of rain, so they have like a fight between one another, in which eventually Tiriazad actually wins with the help of Ahura Mazda. Spyro the Time Lord, hello! Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. I hope you're doing great. So who is this person? Shamania, the order of skeptics. Shamania is a very interesting term too. The order of skeptics. So for people who don't know what Shamania is basically the term that the scholar Abu Rayhan Biruni suggested as a possible religion of ancient Iranians before Zoroastrianism. And he basically proposed this idea that before Iranians developed Zoroastrianism, they were worshipping this religion called the Shamania, and he proposed that there were similarities between this religion and Buddhism. But it's not something that is academically established, so it was just something like that he basically proposed. But has like no necessary kind of acceptance in the world of academia. but it is an interesting thing that he proposed. It's also weird because Buddhism as a religion was younger than Zoroastrianism, so it's unclear whether Aurehon Biruni actually knew that the fact that there was like a time gap between the two religions. But it's interesting. It also kind of makes sense that they use this word, considering that this new religion has both Buddhism and Zoroastrianism. But yeah, Order of Skeptics, though. That's an interesting title to put for the Shamanya, the Order of Skeptics. Pyro? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong. I don't know where that name is from. No way, she just said Nagar Juicites. What? Why do they do this? It's so weird. Like, she wasn't like this before with the terminologies in the other regions like Inazuma and Liyue, even though they were like non-English. Like, I don't know why they're overdoing it with Sumeru. Like, why? That's just a derogatory name that guys use from the rainforest for us? Oh, so that's supposed to be the other name for the Order of Skeptics? Lord Nagarjuna is a hero who fought against the Div alongside with Divine Bird's heirs. He gained divine power through the rite of Chinvat. Oh my god. There's so many terminologies. So Divs are supposed to be the monsters, the main monsters in Zoroastrianism. They're supposed to be kind of like a reversed thing in Hinduism in which the Devas and the Asuras. So in Zoroastrianism you have the Ahura and the Daiva. So the Daiva in Zoroastrianism, which is Div in Middle Persian, are supposed to be monsters, the evils of Zoroastrianism. And then Chinvat is basically supposed to be like the bridge that separates the world of the living and the dead. It's supposed to be like a bridge of judgment. The rite of Chinvat, though, what does that mean? Is that supposed to be like a judgment rite? Vichinapati. I don't know what that means. I know Napat means sun in both Sanskrit and in Avestan, but I don't know what Vichi means. Are you two spies from the academia? Nice. Lord Nasuraya. Wow. I remember seeing someone say that there were so many new terminologies in this new region. They really weren't lying. So Vijayanapati and Nasuraya are supposed to be the same. I don't know any of these terms. Hello, Ollie Chu. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Okay. He has trust issues. Vijnana is more or less the concept of knowledge. Interesting. Is that in Hinduism or in Buddhism? Nagarjuna is the name of an Indian philosopher who's influenced by another philosopher called Pyrrho. Oh, really? That's an interesting connection. I knew about the Nagarjuna, but I didn't know that there was a connection between Nagarjuna and Pyrrhos. Again, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing all of these. I have no idea how to pronounce anything except the ones that are like in Persian or Avestan. So I'm really sorry if I'm butchering all the Sanskrit or Pali stuff. This is so...
Positions. This way, Girdle. Let's dance.
Okay. My bloom is too strong for them. Oh my god, it's Surush! Oh. I didn't expect to encounter her so early in the quest. Lady Surush, that is so funny. That is so funny. Because Surush is a male name. Like, if you show that to any Iranian person, they'll just start laughing. But that is so adorable. Like, when I think about Surush, I think about like a bearded man who's like hyper masculine, and to see like Surush being the name of this little adorable creature, it's so good. Ah yes, the patty. Also, I've talked about Pari before on my account, but Pari are supposed to be creatures from Zoroastrianism, but their role in Iranian mythology is extremely vast because they kind of changed in terms of how they're depicted in Iranian mythology. So originally in Zoroastrianism, they were kind of like witch-like creatures that were like mischievous and they were evil. And then throughout time, they became neutral. And then later on in Iranian mythology, they were depicted as these gorgeous feminine beings. So there was like a 180-degree change in how they were depicted from Zoroastrianism to later Iranian mythology. The word now means fairy, but in its original form, it meant witch. So you can clearly see how much the meaning of this word has changed throughout time. But it's also the root of the word fairy in English. So the word fairy in English ultimately traces back to Padi from Middle Persian. Well, in Middle Persian it was Padig, and then in New Persian it became Padi. And it just kind of got borrowed into several other languages such as Hindi. I believe it also exists in Turkish and probably some other Southeast Asian languages as well. They all borrowed the word, and it just sort of became this thing in the entirety of Middle East and South Asia. But it's a very interesting history of it because originally it didn't have this like positive connotation to it, and it was associated with witches. She's so adorable. The drum is associated with Patti. Interesting. Also, I think the drum has something to do with Altai shamanism because I'm pretty sure that as I was reading some stuff about Altai shamanism, drums have some very important role in the rites that are performed in Altai shamanism. But you'll see much more stuff from Altai shamanism as we go through this quest because I know some of them by reading some important components beforehand. By the way, it was really hard to find stuff about Altai shamanism. It is so difficult. They had to dig really deep to actually find stuff. I'm surprised. Vijnana is present in both Hinduism and Buddhism. Okay, so it's basically something about with dharmic religions. Makes sense. There are a lot of things that are present in both Buddhism and Hinduism, considering they literally both come from India. And they have the same mutual concept of the Dharma, so you'll find a lot of similarities between them. She's so cute. My god. The divine bird Sumeru. Again, see? It's like in every 2 lines there's like a new mention of a terminology related to some kind of mythology or religion. Sumeru is a mythological sort of phoenix-like creature in Iranian mythology. And it appears in very different contexts. But it's a bird created by Ahura Mazda. And it's supposed to like protect this tree called Harvi's Tohm. She's the master of Khvarena. Oh, also I forgot to describe what Khvarena is. Khvarena broadly refers to the concept of glory in Zoroastrianism, but it's much more deeper than that. It's supposed to be like this igniting life force to everyone who possesses it. It's supposed to be like a burning kind of life force. And it gives glory and splendor to the one who possesses this. It was usually associated with like kings who had it, but it wasn't necessarily limited to kings. A lot of like Yazata, like divine beings, also had it. Oh, it's Vijnanapati. I see. Okay, fair. I think I was mispronouncing it earlier. So you said that Vijnana means knowledge and understanding. So Vijnanapati would mean the son of knowledge, if you put them together. Who is the leader? You gotta head out now, making more Obdukhiyar. Have fun with the stream. Of course, have fun, Nini. I really appreciate the fact that you dropped by here. Appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. And have fun making Obdukhiyar. I hope it goes well. Far. Far is the same thing as Khvarena. It's just Middle Persian. Well, not Middle Persian, but New Persian. It's a synonym for Khvarena, but it's from Old Persian. Khvarena is from Avestan, and then Far, which is New Persian, it basically traces back to Farna from Old Persian, which is synonym with Khvarena.
Here! I see everything!
Here you are.
Everyone hold hands.
Okay. You figured something like that about Vijayanapati? Since you become Suruch's Yasna Pati, so you had a rough understanding of the term Pati. Aha. Okay, interesting. Yasna is basically means worship in Avestan. So Yasna is from Avestan, it's from Zoroastrianism, whereas Vijnana is from it's from Buddhism and Hinduism. Oh, so Div is what they call all the monsters. So just the monsters in Teyvat, they call them Div. Nice. It's supposed to be like a language for Patty, right? Interesting. Okay. Ah, there we go. Yes, Napati. Also, the music is really beautiful. I like it a lot. She has such a sassy and adorable personality. I like it a lot. You just need someone to tell you how awesome you are. She needs praise. Fret not, you shall be free to do as you please once I have sacrificed myself to restore the pure skies. What does that mean? What is that supposed to mean? Oh no, is she gonna die? Please don't tell me that she's gonna die. Till then you shall witness my valiant form. Oh God, I have a bad feeling about this. What do you mean her attitude is just the worst? She's adorable, Paimon. Also in the comics, you think there's a character called Div who did something to Kale. You forgot what it was about. Really? Okay, maybe it's the same terminology, because Div are basically just monsters in Zoroastrianism and in Iranian mythology in general. Oh, this music is a leitmotif. It also plays in the previous Hadar-Maveth region, but with piano. The black fire. Ah, okay. So I'm assuming it's referring to the Cataclysm, and the Diva are just the abyssal creatures that came out, right? Okay. So Seymour is supposed to be the Lord of Khvarena? And then she became the Khvarena of all kinds, scattering across the land? Huh. Interesting. The relationship between Seymour and Khvarena in actual Zoroastrianism is the fact that they both are in this sea called the Vorakasha, which is like a cosmic ocean in Zoroastrianism, or it's called Farokht in Middle Persian. So both Khvarena and Seymour are in there. And Khvarena just kind of, after Jamshid, who is a really great king in Zoroastrianism who possesses the Khvarena, dies, a fragment of his Khvarena goes to Seymour. It goes to the Vorakasha Sea, and Seymour was supposed to be protecting it. In the manga, the Fatui tell Kale's parents that she was touched by the Div, like about her illness. Ah, okay. I remember something like that too. I never read the manga, but I do remember that line, touched by the Div. So it's probably just referring to like a specific monster, maybe an abyssal monster. Oh wait, I need to change their weapon. Okay, there we go. This splendorous sky that day. Oh, splendor! I didn't even notice it. Splendor is just a direct translation of Khvarena. Oh, nice! Morning flowers! More farming! Hello!
Good job! The hunter becomes the hunted.
Okay.
Don't let any of it roll away now.
Kalva's flowers? Yes. This is very convenient. I farmed as much as I could before coming here, so anything more that I farm... Oh, there's one more. So doing this quest is actually kind of productive in that sense too. I think I need like 16 more of them. You really hope you'll get Kove. Your Alhaitham is feeling lonely in the teapot. Yeah, that would be a pretty interesting thing. To put Kove and Alhaitham beside each other in the teapot would be quite the sight to see. So who is the leader of the skeptics?
Let me help you pack this up.
The Rite of Chinvat. If you remember correctly, there's also a Chinvat ravine in the rainforest region. I suppose they're supposed to refer to the same thing, because if I remember correctly, the description in the rainforest for the Chinvat ravine is the same as the original concept of Zoroastrianism, that is like something that separates two worlds from one another, and by passing through the Chinvat bridge, you sort of go through this judgment. So maybe they're supposed to refer to the same thing, just in different contexts of Sumeru. The newly chosen Yasnapati and her companion. Corey Bantis? Sorry, is that how it's pronounced? I have no clue. Alopa. I don't know what that word means either. I'm assuming the words I'm encountering that I don't know are either from Sanskrit or they're from Pali. And Nasajuna. Uh-huh. Okay. The equivalent of a sage. Okay. Fair. So I assume they're using kind of like the same hierarchy, just with different terminologies. Because they're kind of like two different environments. The Fetuia, they're literally everywhere. Yeah, it really does seem like they're not at very good terms with the academia. But it kind of makes sense, I guess, because the Order of Skeptics, which is also known as Shamania in this game, and then we have the Academia, because like Shamania is supposed to be like the pre-Zoroastrian religion of Iran, supposedly by Abu Rayhan Biruni, but we don't know whether that was historically true. And then we have the Academia itself, which is based on Zoroastrianism. So technically the two religions would be at odds with one another. Just pretty interesting connection to make in terms of its lore. Like you have one of them here out in the desert, and then you have another one in the rainforest. And it also like connects with Altai shamanism as well. To everyone who's joined the stream, welcome. I know that I generally just speak with the people who are chatting, but I hope all of you are doing well. Really glad to see so many people here. So the sign of Apausha is supposed to be like a celestial mark. And it happened during the cataclysm, right? Oh yeah, we have kind of learned about this during during the lore that has been presented us so far in the game, that the abyssal creatures kind of came out from Khvarena, from that facility. The Tunigi Hollow. Ah yes, it was so hard for me to find stuff on Tunigi. Because it's such a niche concept in Altai shamanism. So Tunigi is supposed to be like a smoke hole of the earth, and it separates the underworld in Altai shamanism from the regular world. So Altai shamanism has two types of shamans. There are black shamans, and then there are the white shamans. And each one has sort of like its own spiritual journey. So the black shamans of Altai shamanism go through this journey to meet this sort of demon god in Turkic mythology, and it's called I actually forgot the name of the god itself. But in order to reach that god, they have to cross this mountain, which are called the Tamir Mountains, which you see in the game. And then after crossing the Tamir Mountains, they have to go through this hole called Yer Tunigi, which means the smoke hole of the earth. And so that's why you see Tamir Mountains and Tunigi Hollow both in this new region, because they're both from Altai shamanism. They're supposed to like symbolize the journey of the black shaman to the underworld. But finding this information was very hard. There's like one article about it on the entire internet, and you have to search very deep to actually find that article. So I'm very surprised that they actually even knew about the existence of that article. Like, you can't find it with a simple search. Seymour drank the Amrita left by our god. Okay. So that's how Seymour transformed into Khvarena, by drinking Amrita, the sweet dew. Amrita is basically supposed to be the concept of immortality in Hinduism. I feel like streaming this quest was such an important thing for me too, because I have to use like footage and pictures from the quest when I make threads on Twitter, so streaming it is really just the best option. You tried to search about Altai shamanism when I mentioned it on Twitter, but you get very few results. Yes, it's very difficult to find stuff on Altai shamanism unless you know specifically what you're searching for. It's very niche. But there's a connection between Altai shamanism and what I described with Afrasiab and Hang Afrasiab, which you see in another part of the game. And I'll describe it when we get to that part. Because I assume we're gonna go to Hang Afrasiab at some point. She keeps talking about sacrifice. That doesn't sound good. I don't want her to die, if that's what that means. It is something worth celebrating that we Pari should sacrifice our lives to purify the earth. Oh God. But that's so sad. Why does she have to sacrifice herself? Oh, so that's why the rite of Chinvat actually connects to it, of course, because Chinvat is supposed to separate two worlds from one another, the world of the living and the world of the dead. So the fact that the Tunigi Hollow, which is also like a portal that separates the underworld from the regular world, they kind of tried to connect the two concepts with one another. Oh my God, are we gonna control her? Oh, this is so cool. Okay. Okay. Her mechanics are really cool. Nice. Afrasiab is the king from Shahnameh, right? Yes, originally he's from Zoroastrianism, but he's the king of Turan, which is supposed to be like the neighboring nation to Iran in Shahnameh and Zoroastrianism. He basically goes to war with Iran, and the hero Siavash also dies because of Afrasiab. And then Afrasiab is later, he goes into a fight, a war with Khosrow, and then he has to kind of escape into this place called Hang Afrasiab, which is sort of like the place where he spends his final days in. And he tries, Afrasiab, before his death, he tries to obtain the Khvarena several times, and he jumps into the Sea of Vorukasha, or Farokhkart. He jumps into it 3 times to obtain the Khvarena, but he fails. And then he's eventually killed by Khosrow as revenge for the death of Siavash. Also, the morning flowers, I'm pretty sure you saw the thread that I made on Twitter, but the morning flowers are supposed to be mourning for the death of Siavash. So it kind of connects to the lore of Afrasiab like that as well. Okay. Man, but they really try to use different terminologies with like similar meanings and connections from like 3 different I guess mythologies. One from Zoroastrianism, one from Altai shamanism, and then we have some stuff from like Buddhism and Hinduism as well, which all kind of connect to the same concepts here in the lore. Great Song of Khvarena. Okay. Oh, so what Surush is doing is trying to imitate the sacrifice of Seymour. Okay. I see. But again, that's so sad. I found Surush very cute. Pale floater. I love how Paimon is always giving other characters nicknames, and now she's experiencing it firsthand. Pale floater. Lady Zurvan, the first Patty. I see, we have another terminology. Zurvan, now that's an interesting one, because Zurvan is not necessarily from Zoroastrianism itself, but it's from an offshoot movement of Zoroastrianism called Zurvanism, in which instead of Ahura Mazda, which is originally the primordial creator deity of Zoroastrianism, in Zurvanism, Zurvan is the primordial deity. So he is like the first thing, the first deity, and then he gives birth to a twin two twins called Aura Mazda and Angra Mainyu, or Ahriman, and they're supposed to be the good and evil. So here, Zurvan being the first Pari is supposed to be referencing the fact that Zurvan is supposed to be like the primordial deity. But Zurvanism, it got a lot of criticism from Zoroastrian Orthodoxy because of the fact that, well, it didn't regard Ahura Mazda as like the primordial creator deity. So they kind of regarded Zurvanites as heretics. But yeah, the music is beautiful, I agree with that. So we're gonna have to go to Zurvan so that Surush can actually be, like, she can obtain the right to do what she needs to do. Okay. What do you mean as nasty as Surush? Surush isn't nasty at all. I feel like Paimon is just jealous of Surush because she's adorable. Oh, okay. I have no teleportation waypoints unlocked. I just have to kind of go there. I feel like the structure of the Tunigi Hollow is very similar to how the actual concept is supposed to be, because it's the Tunigi. Year Tunigi is supposed to be a smoke hole, just like this. But it's so surprising that they went and researched on something as niche and unknown as Altai shamanism. Like, I was really surprised about that. Okay, I'll try to get that later. I'm pretty sure we'll have to go there, so...
Positions. I'll protect us.
Surush better than Paimon, absolutely. I agree 100%.
Find anything you like?
Okay. I don't want to spend too much time on here. I just want to get the... I want to get the Khvarena back there to get that luxurious chest. So I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be here.
Barbara, go! Commit it to memory. Let's dance.
Flicker.
Okay, so we have one more right here remaining. Okay. That's fine. I'll get back to it later. I'll do it later. It's gonna take time for me. And I want to do as much of the quest as I can on this stream. Let's do that later. The Gate of Zulgarnain. Oh god. If I remember correctly, this is where Hangafrosib is supposed to be, right? Because I remember how people were saying it's funny that they tried to combine Gate of Zulgarnain with Hangafrosib.
Don't let any of it roll away now.
These tree vines have ensnared the scattered Khvarena. Suresh can use their power to extract this energy and channel it into the vines. Some tree vines have been affected by gray crystals and require additional Khvarena energy. Okay. Okay. That's fun.
Here you go.
That is so much fun. What did I think of Lilupar at the end? She made you uncomfortable until the end? Same. People said that before I completed the quest, because I posted that image of the way Lilupar was talking to Jet and how she was... she had very biased feelings towards people from the desert, and people said, oh, it's okay, like at the end it'll all make sense, but it didn't make sense to me. I feel like they really overdid the way Lilupar was showing so much hate and, how would you say, bias towards desert people. I don't know. Wasn't particularly fond of the whole thing. I feel like the execution could have been better. Hang Afrosiap, there we go. The fact that the Vorukasha Sea is supposed to be located in the same place, it connects exactly with what Hang Afrosiap is in Shahnameh and in general in Iranian mythology, because while Afrasiab is in Hanga Afrasiab, that's like the time frame in which he jumps into Vorukasha in order to obtain Khvarena, and where he fails and eventually is killed by Khosrow. Also, are these things supposed to be obtained by... Ah, okay. Oh, that's how you go up. I see. You agree you wouldn't have minded as much if we had dialogue options to speak against Leopard, but the passivity of the dialogue options was really awkward? I agree with that, because I feel like they could have presented the option in which the Traveler could have said, like, why are you being like this towards Jet? But even Paimon, like, none of them were reacting in a way that indicated that what Leopard was doing was really fucked up, like talking like that to Jet and being like so biased towards desert people. Which is, again, why I found it weird. And what people told me about, oh, if I end the quest, if I finish the quest, it'll all make sense. It genuinely didn't. It just felt like overdoing. Leopard was mad, but it doesn't make sense to take it out on the people who weren't even involved, so you don't think it made sense later? Yes, exactly. Also, like, it was... Like, yeah, she was mad and she had, like, a lot of terrible experiences in the past, but the way they executed it, like, her throwing remarks that were so biased, like, also, like, it's the same kind of remarks that are used in real life when people are being blatantly racist towards people from North Africa and Arabs. Like, it felt unnecessary for them to use a language like that. They could have portrayed her displeasure and negative feelings towards the desert people in a better way than to just replicate the kind of slurs or biased language that are used in real life towards people from North Africa and Arabs in general. I feel like it was just unnecessary to portray it that way. I don't know how the Chinese version used those remarks, but I know that the English clearly used the same kind of linguistic sort of remarks that are used in real life to bias against people from those cultures. I just feel like it was really unnecessary, and no matter what the ending of the quest was, it just didn't justify that. Not for me, at least. It's a shame because you really like her name. Yes, I know, her name is so beautiful. Leopard is such a beautiful name, because Leopard is just supposed to be like an alternative form of Nilupar and Nilufar, which are basically what Nilu is. So it's from the same word family, right? Like, they chose such a gorgeous name for her and just made her this hateful creature. It just didn't make sense to me. And the fact that, like, they made her a lamp, like a gin lamp, like such a common, like, trope in, like, 1001 Nights and Aladdin, it was just very cheap. It felt really cheap to me. How pathetic. Oh my god, I love the character of Surush. It's so good. I just happened to witness the undignified statement. That's great. Fravashi. Oh, so that's a Fravashi tree. Okay. Fravashi are supposed to be... Fravashi is the concept of soul in Zoroastrianism. The soul of humans, the soul of both like living and dead human beings, as well as human beings who aren't born. So it's just associated with the soul of human beings, whether alive or dead. Wow. She has a very combative, I suppose, form of energy. Oh, so they're supposed to be Patty, okay. They used to be Perry in the past. Okay. You agree, and it's a shame there's a lore reason attributed to why Lilupar was like that? Yeah, right, like, I really didn't understand the people who were trying to justify it by saying, oh, it makes sense in lore. It's like, no, it doesn't. It makes sense in lore that she had negative emotions, sure, but it didn't make sense for her to use, like, a blatant language like that, or for them to decide that they would give her such lines. Like, that doesn't make sense in the context of lore. It was unnecessary, really. Even if they were trying to portray racism, I mean, yes, racism is something that is portrayed in media a lot, and it's not like showcasing racism in a piece of media itself is a bad thing, because it's kind of reflective of a phenomenon that is present in real life, but the way it was executed just came off as really wrong, because it didn't cause any reactions from the Traveler and Paimon. They just like kind of stood there while she said all those things, and it didn't seem like what she was saying was wrong in the context of it. It was just like, yeah, well, she can just say all these things and it's fine because she has negative emotions. You know what I mean? Oh, that's a new quest? Okay. I'll do it later.
Everyone hold hands! Let the show begin. Let me help help you pack this up.
The Jin stuff was too much. You wish they didn't add it in. Yeah, like I said, it just felt really cheap. It was like they were trying to take stuff from quote-unquote the Middle East and trying to make sense. That's why I always say that the desert of Hadramaveth was kind of like the messiest region in all of Sumeru's release. Like, it took me such a long time to play this stuff in Desert of Hadramaveth because it felt like such a huge mess of everything. And it just genuinely made me mad. I don't know why. It just... it was such a weird thing. Usually when Sumeru, like new regions and quests would come out, I would play them fairly quickly. But for Hadramaveth, like, it took such a long time for me to bring myself to actually play it. And even at the end, I didn't really enjoy it that much. It felt like the mixing of different cultures at its worst. That's how the Desert of Hadramaveth felt.
Go, Barbara, go!
Here you are.
The trees are like involved collectibles? Huh. But there's supposed to be
Lovely surprise.
there's supposed to be another quest, right? Like they're a distinct quest of their own? I think so, because like it had yeah, Pale Fire. It's a different quest. It's very frustrating, same as in the original Jet quest with Tirzad. Yeah, exactly. But Lilupar's was much worse than Tirzad, because at least Tirzad didn't use that much blatant language like Lilupar. And Lilupar would keep repeating it in different parts of the quest. But like as we got to later parts of the first quest with Tirzad, like he actually started to show remorse and regret. Like at the end, he was just remorseful. Like when you talk to him at the end of the Golden Slumber, he shows clear remorse for all of that, whereas for Lilupar, it just doesn't happen. And the magnitude of the things that she says are much worse than what Tirzad says. Wait, I mean, if we're gonna... Okay, wait. I might as well just do it simultaneously. It's gonna be on my way. You felt like Tirza was pretty good as poking fingers at that type of ignorant researcher? Yeah, for Tirza, like at least they didn't make him continuously lose blatant language. Like it was pretty clear that he was biased, but the bias was just kind of like different than Nilufar. I said Nilufar, Lilupar, sorry. Okay. I'm gonna try to do these quests like simultaneously because we're going through the same areas, so why not? Okay. This is so much fun. Okay. Can you only do this in the new region with Surush? Like, is it just limited to Girdle of Sands? Or you can do it outside Sumeru as well. I'm curious about that.
Wow, what a lovely surprise.
Okay. It only works here? Okay, fair. Oh, wait. There's a gray crystal here, and I'm assuming there should be a Khvarena in here, I guess? Okay. It's frustrating for you that you had to deal with the passive traveler for so much of the stuff in Sumeru, including the obviously not okay stuff that they were... Yeah, exactly. Like, the traveler just didn't show any reaction. I feel like that was the main problem. Like, if you're gonna showcase racism, fine, but at least show it clearly as something wrong. Like, give the traveler the option to fight against it, to say that what the characters are saying are pretty fucked, you know? Okay. Especially when they come from Paimon. For Paimon, it's mostly just microaggressions. Like her saying, oh, the Arnara quests are... the Arnara names are so difficult to pronounce, or her just casually butchering names and not even caring about getting them right. Like with Paimon, it's just kind of like microaggression stuff, but... it's different with... it's different with a character like Lilupar, who just is blatant kind of stuff that she says. Wait, did I pass by? Did I pass by a Faravashitari? I'm pretty sure I encountered it. Oh yeah, there it is. Why? Wait, why can't I deploy it here? What's the problem? Am I missing something? Okay, there we go. Okay, where am I supposed to get those though? I get them from the swamp? Oh, okay, I have to go outside then. Okay, well, I guess I'll just do it later. Even without being much educated about the cultural references, this area feels much more engaging than Hadramaveth. The in-depth aspect just works even without understanding everything? Yes, exactly. Even the fact that, like, for example, they used Zoroastrianism, Altai shamanism, and let's say Buddhism, like, they actually are coherent. Like, they connect with one another. But Hadramaveth was just random stuff taken from, like, 8 different languages and cultures, and it just didn't even make sense in a lot of cases. Like, it was such a strange thing. Like, you had the desert of Hadramaveth, which itself, obviously, in real life is a desert located in the Arabian Peninsula, and then you had like Mount Damavand, which is like a mountain located in Iran, close to the north, which has nothing to do with a desert or anything. And then you had stuff like from you had the Tanit, which was from Punic religion, a goddess in the Punic religion. You had like, on some of it, you had Persian names, some of them had Arabic names. It was really all over the place. Like, for me, Hadramaveth was really not a pleasant experience at all. And of course, like, the whole Lilupar thing to make it worse. No. Okay. You didn't notice it before, but you really like Suruch's loading screen? Same. I think it's so cool. Wait, was there supposed to be like a... Wait a second. Was I supposed to do it in an order? Of course I was supposed to do it in an order. Wow, it's right there. My god. That is embarrassing. Okay. The loading screen kind of messes with your sense of direction. Uh-huh. Okay, I see what you mean. Such a simple thing. I didn't even bother to look that there was supposed to be an order for it. Anyway.
For you.
I'm just gonna put it right here. Gameplay-wise, you felt like Lilupar's mechanics were pretty rushed or tacked onto, especially now that you have Surush to compare to. Oh, I mean, of course. Surush's gameplay is much more refined and has like much more depth and detail than Lilupar. Lilupar was just like, here's a lamp, just go and clear out some sandstorms, and that's it. Felt just pretty low effort. Man, that's gorgeous though. Look at that. Wow. Literally, just seeing that from the distance, it just made me want to go directly at it, which is why I missed that, like, entering teleport waypoint to the new region. Looks amazing. Ah, okay, so the farther you are, the longer the loading screen will take. Makes sense. Wait, what did that even do? Is it supposed to be something associated with these bells? Maybe? Ah, okay. Nope. Why? Yeah. There we go.
Wow, what a lovely surprise.
Water house plants. Oh my god! Hi! Is that you, Kaz? Hello. You're missing a lot of stuff since the Sumeru update. Yes, you are. Have you played the Sumeru update at all? By the way, I'm so glad to see you. Man, it's been a long time since we actually talked. Okay. All right. All right then. Wait, what? What? What does this do? Did I miss something in the air? You can throw them using their power to stand against the Impurites. So I have to look for something nearby then? Okay, where is it though? I can throw bombs. I'm trying to look where it actually is. Like, did I miss it? Oh well, it's fine. Let's just go through the quest, honestly. I do not want to waste too much time. Oh, see? There it is. So now I can throw stuff? Okay. Fair. It's pretty simple. I have Amos bow? I don't. I do not have it.
Wow, what a lovely surprise.
That is beautiful. My God. Oh, you were saying ammunitions. Okay, fair. I have ammos. God. Of course. It's so dumb because I read ammos now as Amos bow. That makes no sense. I know that. I don't know why I read it that way. It's such a dumb thing. My God. Oh man. Maybe I need to eat something. My brain is not working properly. Harvistoch? Yeah, that's the one I talked about earlier. Harvistoch is supposed to be the tree of all seeds in Zoroastrianism, and it's located at the center of the Vorokasha Sea. It's supposed to be like the progenitor plant that contains all the healing. It's supposed to contain both the seeds to all plants, but it's also supposed to contain like a healing kind of thing, ability. The word Harvistoch just means all seeds. And it's Middle Persian. The Avestan form of it is a little different. It's called Vispobish in the Avestan language, and it's called Harvistoch in Middle Persian. Kind of like how Vorokasha is the Avestan form, and then Faralkhert is the Middle Persian form. Like some of the concepts like that are just like have completely different terminologies between the Avestan form and Middle Persian. But usually in Zoroastrianism, the Avestan language form of it is pretty close to the Middle Persian form of it, because the word just descends and changes a little bit of its morphology. But for this one, because Vorokasha and Vispobish didn't survive as like into Middle Persian, so they had to pick synonyms having the same meaning but different words. Ah, okay, so Harvey Stockman is supposed to protect, serve as like a protective thing. Nice. Also, I think that I'm not going to be able to do the entirety of the quest in one sitting. I might do the rest of it tomorrow after some time. I'll see how far I can get. But I think I'm probably gonna finish it maybe tomorrow, depending on how long the quest itself actually is. Also, the music in this part, it's wonderful. I love it so much. It has like the same theme as other kind of stuff associated with the Goddess of Flowers. Like you can even see it from the environment and the fauna. It's like very Goddess of Flowers themed. Looks so lovely and hopeful. This looks so beautiful. Wow. There's a reason it's called Vorokasha Oasis, I can tell you that. Look at this. I feel like the whole thing with the Paddy and the Vorokasha Oasis is kind of similar to the Aranara and Vonarana in the rainforest region. Like it's supposed to mirror that, but here in the new region. And while the Aranara and Vonarana in the rainforest region primarily use Hinduism and Buddhism, here it uses much more Zoroastrianism. But it looks so lovely. Look at this. Like, you know what I mean? While the Aranara and Vanarana are very based on Sanskrit and Pali, the Pari and here everything in the Vorokasha Oasis, like they share much more stuff from Middle Persian, from the Avestan language, and Zoroastrianism. So pretty, my god. The scenery of Oasis in the depth of the desert mountains is really vibrant. They nailed it perfectly. I know, right? It's so well done. Before this, Vanarana used to be one of my most favorite places in all of Sumeru because of its unique kind of build with like all the armor in it, but this looks so pretty too. I mean, look at this. And the music. It's so nice. Okay.
For you.
Okay, I'll do that later. Let's talk to Zurvan. Oh my god, look at her. It's so cute. So this is just the theme among all the Pari. They're supposed to sacrifice themselves in battle. But it's such a sad thing. No, Zurvan is specifically saying Surush has learned that from the human? Wait, what? You mean the whole sacrificing themselves? I thought that was supposed to be like a theme among all the Pari. They're supposed to like sacrifice themselves in battle. Weird roleplay? What? What is this line? That... Okay. I'm not even gonna comment on that. Yasnapati. By the way, Yasnapati in here, it's not supposed to be Yasna plus Napati. It's not supposed to be the son of worship. Pati, it's basically just its own thing. It means lord. And it's used both in Zoroastrianism and in Hinduism. So Yasnapati just means the lord, master of worship. Something like that. Or prayer, if you will. The lord of prayer. Nini, you're back! I'm still going. Yes, I'm still going. We're actually here at the best part of it, Nini. You arrived at the perfect time. We're here in the Vorukasha Oasis and we have all the Pari here. It's so beautiful. I was saying how, you know how the Aranara and the Vanarana in the rainforest region are heavily based on Buddhism and Hinduism using a lot of Sanskrit and Pali? This place with all the Pari and the Vorukasha Oasis, they use much more from Zoroastrianism, Iranian mythology, and also like Middle Persian language with the Avestan language. They kind of like mirror, I suppose. But it's so nice. The rite of Obzor, or the tree that served. Okay. Obzor is basically a ritual in Zoroastrianism. It's supposed to be like a purifying ritual with water. It's performed during the Yasna ceremony. And Yasna are supposed to be like the primary liturgical scriptures in Zoroastrianism. And the ritual is kind of performed as these prayers are said from scripture. And they're supposed to involve the Hauma plant from Zoroastrianism, which is kind of like a healing divine plant, similar to the Soma from Hinduism. And it's supposed to use water, a mixture of water with the Hauma plant, and like a bundle of twigs called the Borsom. and it's used for like a purifying ritual with water. Obzor itself just means the offering of the water. By the way, Nini, how was your process of making the abdu khiyar? Did it go well? Did you succeed in making some good abdu khiyar? Why is Paimon being like this? They're so adorable. I don't understand what she's saying. She's just jealous of them because they're more cute than her. Rashnu and Mehr. Wow, they keep adding terminologies. Rashnu is one of the three guardians of the Chinvat bridge. So we have the Surush, we have the Rashnu, and then we have the Mehr or Mitra. These two are supposed to be like the three guardians of the Chinvat bridge, which is supposed to be the judgment. So all the souls that die, they go to the Chinvat bridge, and we have Rashnu, Mehr, and Surush. And each one has like a different role in the Chinvat bridge. But Mehr is just a Middle Persian for Mithra, who's supposed to be a very important sort of divine being from Zoroastrianism. You succeeded. You ate 4 bows and didn't drop it? Nice. I hope you enjoyed that. So we completed the first part of the quest. Wow, all of that was just the first part? Okay. I see. I will try to do another part of the quest, and then after that I'll probably stop and continue it either tomorrow or the day after. We'll see. But this is so cool. I really love this new environment. Which of us is sending emotes? No, I can't see the emotes. What? Which emotes, Nini? What are you talking about? I see one of them. Like the one that Water Houseplant sent? Really? You'll send it to me? Okay. Send it to me on Discord. Because I can't really see anything in the chat. Okay, so the pool is supposed to be a purifying measure. That's pretty cool. Oh, okay, so that's where the title comes from. The humans who would accompany them with the rituals. Makes sense. Also, the fact that the Obzo ritual is supposed to take place during the Yasna ceremony, it makes perfect sense that they would assign the title of Yasnapati to the human who sort of accompanies the kind of who accompanies the party during the Obzo ritual. Hold on, let me check which emotes you're talking about. Huh. That is strange. Wow. Okay. I couldn't see that on my stream here.
Nice. Let's take it easy.
Try it again. Let me see if I can see it now. Because it looks so cool in the way you sent it on Discord to me. We have to go to Hills of Barsom and look for Rashnu. Okay, let's do it. I can't see it, no. Unfortunately, I can't. That's very strange. But it's such a shame because it looked so adorable. So like everyone can see it except me? That's so unfair. I want to be able to see it too. It's almost 2 a.m. and you should really go to sleep. Oh, thank you so much, Parneon. I know you're in Iran, so I'm pretty sure it's late over there, but I really appreciate the fact that you were here. Take care. Thank you for being here. It made me so happy to have you here. Take care. I'll see you later, Parneon. Oh, so nobody else can see them? Okay, so it's only Nini who can see them. Huh. They look so cool though. She sent it to me on Discord and they look great. Bye bye, Parneon. Take care. You can see them too, but you didn't understand what it was? Uh-huh. Okay, I see. So only the two of you can see them? That is very weird. I'm very confused about that. Maybe it's like an update thing? Are you guys watching an iPhone? You're an iPhone? Maybe it's an iPhone thing, because I can't see it on Android. This is nice. It's your first time on my stream and you're playing Genshin while listening to my stream, which you haven't played in a long time. Oh, that's so sweet. That makes me so happy. I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you so much for sticking around. You're playing this quest while watching my stream? Oh my god, that is so sweet. I find that so adorable. I'm glad that you guys are choosing to do it simultaneously. It means so much. Surush has such high expectations for Paimon, she never remembers anything, especially when it comes to Sumeru. She just refuses to learn terminology. She's like, nope, I'm not learning it. And not only she doesn't remember, she also butchers it every time too. It's like, they made sure they were inserting that into the game, like the story or something, for whatever reason. And we have to make Paimon butcher every one of these terminologies. Oh, you've been interested in all the rep stuff and you've been taking notes while talking about it? Oh my god. That's so cool. It makes me so happy that you're motivated to play the quest while listening to, you know, information about it. Air 2? Huh. So both of you can see it on Apple devices, but none of us can see it? That's interesting. So the Order of Skeptics has like a history, a pretty deep history with the patty. Also, that music is so beautiful, I have to admit. So who is Barsum's familiar though? Keeps talking about him. Oh, Rashnu is supposed to be Barsum's familiar? Okay. I mean, in Zoroastrianism, the connection between Rashnu and Barsum, there's two different things. Like, Rashnu is just a Yazata who guards the Shinvat bridge, while Barsum is just a bundle of twigs that are used during the Obzor. So there isn't really a connection between the two. Well, I suppose they just wanted to mix the two, because both are from Zoroastrianism. This area has the best music in Sumeru. I love its music so much. Actually, I would say that the Desert of Hadramaveth up until now had my most favorite music, although I didn't like the region itself. Like, I mentioned it so many times that Hadramaveth, like, for me was really the least favorite region in Sumeru, but its music was just top tier. It was genuinely beautiful stuff, but now this one also has great music. I love it. Audio Deva. Wait, is that the NPC in Sumeru City who talks about light novels? I distinctly remember that NPC because of its unique name, like Audio Deva. See, that's the same NPC. That's so funny. I always found it so funny because when you pass by him in Sumeru City, you always hear him muttering, "Wanna join the Light Novel Society?" And it was always so goofy. I never thought that it would be mentioned like in a quest like this. Warring against the EI Publishing House editor and opponents in Genius Invocation TCGs should still be considered war. That's great. I love it. Who would have thought he would know deeply about the history? You have forgotten about him? Yeah. I always remembered his name because of how unique it is. Yes. The shock of other characters encountering the Traveler who doesn't have a vision but can just freely use elements. You don't even know why you remember him because you never pass him. Maybe you like came by his name somewhere on Twitter or lore. I don't know. He has a very memorable name. That music is so beautiful. What are these green lines here? Is it like, can Surush do something about this? No? Okay, well. It is fine. You love how Aryadeva is just chilling in Sumeru as a light novelist? I know! It's like, you never think that he knows the depth of the history between the Order of Skeptics and the Patty. He's just chilling there talking about light novels while holding so much information about all of this. It's kind of like Madam Ping, who's just casually chilling in Liyue while being an Adepti. Isn't the Surush gameplay so cool? I know! It's so cool! It's so much fun. You wish you could fly it with her anywhere? Yes, I was talking about it earlier in the stream when you were gone, but imagine how fun it would be if you could use her outside Sumeru. Like, just exploration would be so fun. Although technically you can't obtain stuff with her, you have to be with a traveler, but who cares? You can just go around nature and navigate. I feel like it would be so much fun. Imagine being able to just fly around with her in Kanomiya. That would have been a really enjoyable experience. Wander, trade more so you can fly further. Yes. You wanted to set it to the left alt, but the game doesn't let you remap that for some reason? Ah, okay, I see. You played on PC. Makes sense. Fair. I love how during my stream, like this is the second time I'm getting a request to join. Like generally speaking, when I'm playing, it rarely ever happens. Now it's the second time during my stream. Huh. I've encountered these once before. They look, I wonder if these are also influences from shamanism. Even like the bells like that. Because I know there's stuff, there are rituals in Altai shamanism with like bells and drums. Well, I'm gonna need an animal unit.
Need the help of an elder, huh?
If only we can play as Paimon and free roam just to fly to some mountain walls just to gather plants growing on rocks or something like that. I mean, yeah, but I find Paimon particularly annoying. I don't feel like I would enjoy playing as her. See, this is why I hate switching out to an Animo unit when I'm in a Bloom team. It completely messes it up. Okay. Just gonna switch back to Naida. Am I going to play Honkai Star Rail? I want to. I would like to play it. But I'll see.
There's still so many places for us to
I'm also interested in the other game, Wuthering Waves, which isn't by Hoyoverse actually, but that game also seems interesting. Practice for endgame Genshin when Traveler uses their actual wings again? Huh, so it's just the location of them? There's one for each element? Because we have the Cryo one. It mentions the Animo and Geo. Do the other elements also have them? Uh-huh. Because I'm so popular? Wait. I'm confused. What is that supposed to be a response to? Sir, my memory is not working well. I don't remember what I said 3 seconds ago. Remind me again, why am I so popular? Or what does me being popular have to do with what I said? Because I don't remember what I said. Your phone is dying, you're gonna head out again? Okay, Nini, thank you so much for being here. It was a lot of fun, and it was very enjoyable to talk with you here in chat. Take care of yourself. I'll see you later. So there is a Dendrodrome as well. So there is one for each element. See you, Nini. Take care. Bye-bye. Man, who would have thought that Aryadeva would have such deep role in the history? Okay. Fair. I suppose you could say it was kind of like a escapism on his side. I love how she just casually mentions the concept of the sacrifice, but then describes herself as, like, as grand as well. Because again, like, I feel like the concept of parties sacrificing themselves is such a sad thing, but like Surush is just so casual about it. It feels like they're ready for it. It's kind of tragic. the main character of this hymn. Wait. Why did the music turn into jazz? That was an interesting transition. There's like a little jazz motif in there. I like jazz. I mean, sometimes it depends. I feel like I don't pick up jazz pieces and listen to them like pure jazz pieces, but jazz in the context of the stuff that I listen to sometimes, it's pretty cool. Like when you're listening to a specific type of music like soundtrack and it just like mixes some jazz elements in there. Suresh just wants to be a big hero like in the legends, but she tries to do so through a potentially needless heroic sacrifice and others do not approve. Yeah, I feel like she wants to kind of maintain that legacy of sacrifice among the petty, but it doesn't kind of suit the current situation. She just, I guess she feels duty bound, you could say. Okay. So we have the cryo. I'm assuming all of these are supposed to correspond to one element. Suresh has visual energy sometimes. I totally agree. That's a very good analogy. Ah, you see the mark of each element right here. Well, you see the Dendro one. Anyway.
Another test subject.
Everyone hold hands. Let's dance.
Picked the wrong test subject.
They have such goofy lines. I will never get over the fact that the treasure hoarders have the goofiest lines, both when they're fighting and they're dying. It's just genuinely silly. Looks like a tree of life. Kind of. Yeah, but these are drum scores. I've done one of them in a cave like a few days ago before I started the quest. So I know how like the mechanism actually works. Wait. Okay. Those bandits should have more voice lines. It's not even that they should have more voice lines, it's just that their voice lines sound so silly. You wish you could mute them? I wonder how, I mean, I tried playing in Japanese. Technically speaking, if you play in Japanese or Chinese, you won't know what they're saying, so that's an option. Hi, Amir. Hi, Snaxel. How are you doing? Vijnana. Okay. I only have one remaining. You play with Japanese audio, but you mainly understand what they're saying? Okay.
Everyone okay? Let the show begin.
That was the last one. I thought each one of those was supposed to like correspond to a certain element, but it didn't seem to be the case. Wait, let me check the map. Can I just teleport to them? Yeah. I should have done that earlier. It's fine. Do you understand what they're saying because you know Japanese? Or, well, are you Japanese? Maybe you're Japanese and that's why you understand it.
There's sand in my shoes.
Okay. Who needs teleport waypoints? Never skip leg day. So true. Trying to bulk up the traveler. Oh, I visited this place once before, a few days ago. You're French, but you can understand and read Japanese, unless if it's too complex for you. You have a decent level, I see. You can read kanji? Well, I mean, that's a very broad statement, but I assume like you know like a decent number of kanji. Wait. Nah, that doesn't work. I overestimated the Sumeru's navigating capacity. Okay. Hold on. Am I supposed to... Yep. Okay. You love how Al Haytham complains about sand getting in his shoes, and it's like he has tiny. Yeah, I know, right? It's like he's surprised. It's like, why are you surprised about the sand in your shoes? Like, it's like, duh. So where am I supposed to take this? Am I supposed to take the water out? Beginning? Like, what are we doing? Oh, okay, I see what's going on. I have to transport it. Okay, fair. That's good. I have to do them one by one. You did that part? Your wonder was like, stay on the side, Surush. I'll show you how it's done. True. I don't have the wonder though. Oh, I have to do it again. Okay. Or do I have to do it again? I don't think I have to do it again, right? Oh, I do have to do it again. Hold on. I just have to position it here. A bit down. Okay, that should be good. Okay. Done. You can read most kanji, almost all the usual ones, plus certain rares. Ah, that's pretty nice. How long have you been studying kanji, though? Ah, there it is. That's a hydro drum. Man, Bloom is such a fantastic reaction in this game. Especially since like Nilu came out, it's easily my most favorite reaction right now. Okay. Let's go for this one. You love Bloom. Yeah, it's so fun. Especially when you play with bountiful cores. Nilu. It's like a nuclear weapon. You had 3 years of Japanese lessons around 2005 to 2008, then you kept studying on your own with books, newspapers, and anime. Huh.
First get into position like
That's pretty good. Fair enough. I would also love to study Japanese when I have more time. Like, my knowledge of Japanese is just very little, and all of it is just based on the stuff I've watched from anime, but that's it. Yeah, I feel like that wasn't the correct teleportation waypoint. Maybe I should go from here. Nilu took your exploration team out of business? Same. Because in Sumeru, you need a lot of those fungal drops, and both Pyro and Electro kind of mess up your drops, so Bloom really works so well.
This weather is perfect for doing nothing at all.
Like, for the entirety of pretty much, well, at the beginning I was also doing with Kuching, but after I got Nilu, I just started exploring the entirety of Sumeru with Nilu and like a Bloom team. Oh, we have another one of those.
Curses. There's sand in my shoes.
He keeps complaining about sand in his shoes. It's like, come on, what do you think the reason is? Wait, no, there. There we go. Is that it? Okay. You were super interested, so you had a lot of fun studying, but now you can speak very casual Japanese, and with Japanese partners at work, they're always really taken aback. It makes them laugh. That's pretty cool though. The fact that you had the motivation to actually study and that you actually have people who you can like practice it with. Super nice. Okay.
Don't let any of it roll away now.
Okay, I have to go a bit underground, I guess.
Yeah. Here.
Wait. I didn't do the last attack pattern with Nilu because it didn't trigger the bountiful core. Oh well.
Here you go.
It is okay. Wait, I know you're not, like, I know you can't use Surush for navigation outside Sumeru, but you can equip her, right? Like, she can, like, you can equip her to follow you around outside Sumeru like that. Or is it not the case? She flies with you everywhere? Oh my god, that's so cute. Okay, well, I am never taking her off. I found my perfect companion. You can't use her? It's okay. As long as she's following me around like that. You wish you didn't take up the item slot because you used the NRE and glider fan a lot? Oh really? I rarely ever use the glider thing, even though I got it pretty early on. Wait, what? Oh, okay. That was weird.
With all my strength. I see everything. Let's dance.
You use the glider fan all the time because it feels really sluggish? Okay, that's fair.
This dance is for you. This may hurt. Let the show begin.
Here you are.
Alright. That's the electro drum. Okay. Sankara. I'm assuming all of these terminologies are actually Sanskrit. It's pretty clear that for the drums they're using Sanskrit or Pali, I guess. I'm going to obtain this last drum, and then I think after that I'm going to end the stream and continue the rest of the quest tomorrow. But I'm gonna continue it on stream, so you guys can come back and watch. Like for me, playing the quest on stream is so much more fun than playing it on my own. It's incredibly more fun to share it with everyone. Also, I need to actually activate some of these teleportation waypoints because I have like none right now.
Don't let any of it roll away now.
It's pretty fun to play while watching and listening to me. I'm really happy you feel that way. It's a pleasure to have people play the game while listening to me. I feel honored. Okay, there is one teleportation waypoint over there. Yeah, I feel like I've barely explored Gavir Lojovad. It's like, found almost nothing here. If I'm okay with you asking, do I have a streaming schedule that I stick to, or is it random? You would like to try your best to watch my streams, or at least pop in if you can't stay long? I don't have a schedule. It's really just random. It depends on when I have time and stuff like that. But one thing is, prior to this, I would just randomly start my stream and like put the link to it on Twitter right when I start it. But from now on, I basically put a post on Twitter like a few hours before my stream so that people can have time. But I really don't have like a specific schedule for my streaming. I just do it when I feel like it. But I will, from now on, just like I did today, I will put a post on Twitter a few hours beforehand, and then I'll post again when I'm starting the stream. You can also, if you're subscribed to the channel, you can also put the notification bell on. I think that would notify you when I start the stream, I think. You self-studied for about a year, then took an official course in uni years back. You ran out of time to keep up, so you haven't touched your Japanese in a while? Okay. Well, I mean, it does require time and dedication, so I can completely understand. Also, the way like learning a language works is that if you're not using it or exposed to it for like a specific period of time, it'll just kind of become less available in your head. I won't say you will forget it because it doesn't work that way. Like for me, it's like that with French. Like my knowledge of French is pretty decent and intermediate, considering like the province I live in Canada is a pretty French-oriented province. But depending on how much I use it, like the information that I know becomes less available in my head. Even though I know it, for example, if somebody else uses it, I'll probably understand it. Or if I like encounter the word, I'll probably understand it, but it won't come readily to my mind because I haven't used it for quite a while. So like language is very dependent on how like regularly you use it as well. It's the same for Turkish because I know Turkish as well, but I haven't been exposed to Turkish for quite a while, so I'm a bit rusty on that. Je veux pouvoir parler français alors. Ok. Wait. Wait, where are the rest? Am I missing them? Ah, there it is, okay. My pronunciation is really good. Thanks. Okay, I took too long. It's okay. Just running around like an idiot for like a minute trying to find the next one. Well, the ones that they have like 2 torches on them, so that's how I can identify. Okay, not there. What I just said about like words being less ready available happens to you with your native language because you speak so much English. Yeah, exactly. Happens the same with me, like with Persian. Like Persian is my native language and my mother tongue, but sometimes I just don't remember the word because I've been so adapted to using English. Like even my thoughts are in English, so sometimes I just really find it difficult to find the equivalent of a word in Persian. I have a pleasant voice. You wish you could be playing now? Going to do a bit of work, then go to the store? That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. That's so sweet. Yeah, it's gonna run out again before I find the next one. You're at 100% since the first week. You really are a completionist? That's pretty cool. I like your dedication. I think that's super nice. I didn't have the time to play, and I really wanted to find a time for myself to actually play it on stream. Because I've kind of been doing that, like especially with the Archon quests. I think Tofugawa here has watched some of my previous streams. They were so fun that I've just wanted to do them on stream every time there's like a major quest, like whether it's an Archon quest or a major world quest. It's just so much more fun to play it on stream. You've been wanting to ask if it's okay to reference my Twitter threads on your TikTok? Of course you can. Absolutely. Feel free to do it. You can use any of my threads you want to. Okay, there's the last one. Okay. Finally! After running like an idiot for 2 turns. My god. You watched my streams, yeah? It's the first time you catch me on YouTube. You barely use YouTube to watch stream, but now you have a good reason to do so. Aw, that's so sweet. I switched to YouTube because on Twitch there's a limit for how long your streams are saved, and I noticed like it would be so much cooler for me to stream on YouTube because now they're up on my channel. Like no matter how much time passes, they're just there, and you can always go back and watch them. And I feel like a lot of people also prefer YouTube over Twitch, which is pretty understandable. But yeah, I really appreciate the fact that you came around to YouTube just to watch my stream. It's really nice. Sumeru gave you so many words that you were like, wait, should I know this? Yeah. They used so many different terminologies from different languages that if you're a native speaker of one of them, sometimes you may get confused of, wait, is this from my language or is it from some other language? Especially for Iranians and Indians specifically, because we have like so many similar terminologies between Sanskrit and Avestan, because they're like cousin languages, right? So sometimes a word looks exactly the same in Avestan and in Sanskrit, and you just have to kind of figure out which one were they looking for, because they have different meanings sometimes. Sometimes the word look exactly the same because they're cognates. They have the same roots in Avestan and in Sanskrit, but they have different meanings because of their usage in Zoroastrianism and Hinduism. And sometimes they just have the exact same meaning. Like, for example, the word opam in the rainforest region, like opam woods, it means the exact same thing in both Avestan and in Sanskrit. So you're just like, well, there's that. You really appreciate interacting with me, and Twitter is not the best way to interact, I imagine. I have hundreds of notifications per day. Thank you so much. That's so... I'm really happy that you feel inclined to interact with me. Yes, it's true. I get a lot of notifications, which is very surprising. I feel like I feel very lucky, to be honest, comparing to the size of my account. Because yes, I know that I have a decent follower base, but comparing to how much engagement I get and the number of followers I have, I feel like it's much more than what like an average account with like 4,000 followers has. Because like I sometimes encounter accounts which have like 4K followers, and like their posts get nowhere near as much engagement. So that's why I feel like I'm so lucky that my posts are always going around in the algorithm and getting so much engagement from people. But yeah, you're right. I get a lot of notifications per day. Like I always have like notifications when I open Twitter.
It's perfect for doing nothing at all.
It's pretty incredible. And I keep mentioning this so much, but the people who follow my account are like the sweetest people on Twitter. Like I have such wonderful people that support my account on a regular basis. And I get like wonderful, lovely DMs from people on a regular basis, and it makes me so happy because it's like, it's insane that during just the span of 1 year, I have so many nice people that are so kind and always show positive support. Like, yeah, I mean, I've experienced pretty weird things on Twitter. I won't deny that, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen a lot of it, but I feel like it's unfair for me to act like there aren't so many people that support my account on a regular basis, and their number outweighs by large the number of people that have said negative things about me or just tried to harass me. And I really want you guys to know that I really appreciate you, like all of people who follow my account and support me. It means so much. I want you to know that. I know I deactivated suddenly without like prior notice in March, and it was very sudden. I didn't say anything about it, but like when I came back, I just realized how many people I have supporting my account on a regular basis. Like I made 2 posts, one of them in English and one of them in Persian, and they both got an incredible amount of positive support from people. And I just thought, man, it really, all those negative experiences mean nothing in comparison to how much people just are so kind and sweet towards me. So I want you to know that your presence and support on my account, it means so much to me. Really, thank you. Can I explain the difference between Persian and Iranian, or are they interchangeable? You just want to make sure you don't misunderstand the meaning because you see them used interchangeably? Okay, so this is very complicated. I feel like, yeah, I should talk about this. So Iranian refers to a large range of ethnic groups that are known, that are within the Iranian sort of category. So we have Persians, Kurds, Gilaks, Mazandaranis, we have Baluchs, we have the Parsis in India, we have the Pamiri people in Pakistan, we have the Pashtuns in Afghanistan, and we have the Tajiks in Tajikistan. All of these are known as Iranian people. Basically, we all have a common ancestor language known as the Proto-Iranian language, and we have like fundamental similarities between our languages. And then we have like the country of Iran, which has most of the Iranian ethnic groups in it. Like in the north where I am, for example, I'm Gilak, right? In the province that I was born in, it's located in north of Iran, and my ethnicity is Gilak. We have also Mazandaranis in the north, and then the word Persian, the reason why the word Persian is, and you're right, it is used interchangeably with Iranian a lot of the times, and that's because Persian, or let's say the Persian Empire, was the first major Iranian empire. Now technically the first Iranian empire was the Median Empire, which came before the Persian Empire. The Medians were also Iranian people. But then came the Achaemenid Empire. I'm sure that you may have heard it in history or something. But the Achaemenid Empire was the Persian Empire, because the Achaemenids were from the province of Pars, which is located in southwest of Iran. So the people who lived in that portion of Iran were known as Persians, and the language that they spoke was Old Persian. So when they established the Achaemenid Empire, the Old Persian language pretty much spread out throughout the entirety of Iran, and the whole thing was known to foreigners as the Persian Empire. So after that, the influence of the Persian language became so wide throughout the entirety of Iran that even the subsequent empires like the Parthian Empire and the Sasanian Empire were influenced largely with the Persian language. And then as a result of that, everything associated with Iranian culture, like Zoroastrianism, like Iranian mythology, and so many different things that we have as traditions in central Iranian culture, became interchangeable with Persian because of the way the way Greeks and Romans described Iranians, because the name Persian just kind of stuck with Iran because of the Achaemenid Empire. And after that, post-Islam, after the invasion of Arabs and the spread of Islam in the region, the name of Iran just became Persia. So during the Safavid Empire up until to the Pahlavi dynasty, which was around 100 years ago, the name of Iran was just Persia. So that's why historically Persia has just been used interchangeably with Iran, but it's not technically accurate because we have so many different ethnic groups, right? And a lot of ethnic groups in Iran, they want to be recognized. They don't want to just be labeled as Persian. For example, Kurds, they want to be recognized as Kurds. They're still Iranian people, of course, and we have Kurds who live outside Iran, and they're still Iranian people by ethnicity, but they're not Persians. Same for Gilaks in the north of Iran. Like, they are Iranian people, but they're not necessarily Persian. Like, you would have to ask the person, do you identify as Persian? And maybe they'll tell you yes. I mean, I am Gilak and I identify as Persian. That's fine. I'm okay with being identified as Persian because I've spoke Persian for most of my life. And I'm sure you will find a lot of people from Gilan who also identify as Persian. But it's pretty important to understand that the word Iranian means much more than just Persian. And when we talk about Iranian culture, it really defines culture associated with all Iranian ethnicities. So for example, when people say Kaveh is also Kurd, it's because the character is just from Iranian mythology. So you could technically say he's also Kurd, just like the way you can say he's Gilak, or the way you can say he's Mazandarani, right? I'm not sure if this makes sense. It's kind of, okay, I will try to make a comparison. Imagine Germanic people. We have Western Germanic languages, right? And then we have, I believe we have Northern Germanic languages. So the Western Germanic languages, you have German and English. And then you have Northern Germanic languages, which are like the Scandinavian. That's what Iranian means. So like the difference between Germans and the Swedish people and Danish people, that's kind of the difference between Iranian people, right? But Iran is more, you would say, it's more united than Germanic people. Does that comparison kind of make sense? Because like we have the countries of Germany, we have the countries of Sweden, right? And they're different, they're different ethnicities and they speak different languages, but they're all under the same category of Germanic languages. You could say the same thing about Iranic people. It's just that most of Iranic people live inside the country of Iran. Hopefully that makes sense. Why does Paimon say all these things about Surush? I don't get it. She doesn't appreciate Surush enough. I feel like she's jealous towards Surush, to be honest. Thanks for the explanation. It's very interesting. You're welcome. Unfortunately, you have to go. Happy watchers. Oh, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna end my stream soon as well, so don't worry. You're not gonna miss much after this. I hope you have a great day or night, depending on where you are. But thank you for being here, Yuri. Really appreciate your presence here. Much appreciated. I've learned many forest tunes from the Arnara. Oh my god. I miss the Arnara questline so much. I love that quest. It's just the experience I had playing the Arnara questline was so unique. I feel like I probably even enjoyed that more than the Archon quest itself. Like the first Sumeru Archon quest, which was really special to me. But the Arnara questline was just, it was really unique. I feel like I may not experience something like that ever again in Genshin. I don't know. I was replaying it on my second account because I have a second account on which I occasionally play in, and I got to Sumeru and I started playing the Arnara questline once again, and oh my god, the experience is just so wonderful. It's very unique. Like, I was hoping that I would have like a similar experience with Khvarena of Good and Evil. And I like this quest so much, but I'm not sure if I'll enjoy it as much as the Arnara. I don't know. Just Aranyako was spectacular. Very, very exceptional experience. Maybe it's because it was kind of our first experience with Sumeru, and it was like still early on. I don't know. I like how he gets mad because of the comparison to the Arnor and the rainforest region. That's great. Is that because of like their beef with the academia or something? Just anything from the rainforest region makes him mad? The musical scores of the Corridorms cannot be compared to some forest deities. Not even deities, but ditties. That's hilarious. See, Surush is super cool. I don't know why Paimon keeps criticizing her. She's great as she is. As far as I can see it, Paimon is just jealous. Okay, I'm gonna try to finish this quest. I feel like I'm close to finishing it, so I'll try to finish it. I feel like the entirety of the quest is 5 parts, right? And this is like the second part? I think. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. What is the drum score? Half full. Okay. Got it. There we go. Half full, null, right? Half full. So half full, null full, okay. Half full, null. You're gonna go to feed your cat and go shopping? You'll catch me tomorrow? Okay, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, Spyro the Time Lord. I hope you have a great day or night. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, if I have a stream. Half full, okay. There we go. Half null, half full. Is it even a rhythm minigame? Apparently it's a rhythm minigame. It's a very simplified one. They do have a really cool rhythm minigame with the Arataki event. Like, that one is super nice, but this is just a super simplified version so that everyone can do it because it's like a world quest. For some reason, your brain just completely ignored the plunge thing, so you sat in front of the drum thing in confusion for like 10 minutes. Yeah, there's like a ring around you that allows you to jump pretty high. Half null, half full, okay. Oh god, I messed it up. Why did I do that? But I prefer the Aranara performances much more than this. Like where you play the vintage lyre. Like that was I love the scores on those so much because I just love the music associated with the Aranara that plays in the Vanarana region. Like that was I enjoyed that so much more than this. You really like rhythm minigames? So, have you ever tried the Arataki minigames? The rhythm games? You find input delay very noticeable for you? Uh-huh, okay. So that's rational. I see. That's rational. Oh, that's so adorable. It has a heart in it. It has a heart right there on its forehead. I can't. This is so cute. I'm sorry, Surush, but Rashnu is far more adorable. I have to admit. My god. Looks so lovely. And she's sleepy all the time. My god. Sarashnu is Barsum's familiar, okay. Makes sense. I can't. Such an adorable creature. As far as you remember, you only played minigame with Lyre and the Arnara quest? I see. But the Arnara quest, like Lyre minigame, is not a particularly challenging one. There was the Arataki Ito event in which you play a mini game with music, which is like more challenging, and you can like calibrate and stuff like that. I don't know if you've played those, Kaz. Do you play on your main account, or is it the one that you are like friends with me on Genshin? Because one of your accounts is friends with me on Genshin, but I assume that it's the It's not the one you mainly play on, right? You love the rhythm minigames and events? They're super nice, yeah, I agree. We'll meet there again later? Yeah, that, because I'm gonna have to... Alright, that's one quest completed. I feel like this is a great place for me to end the stream. I really thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it so much that you guys came by and engaged so much with my stream. It's always so much fun when I have so many people active in the chat. It just makes it 10 times more enjoyable when I read chat as I play. And it makes it more fun. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll let you guys know the next time I'm streaming. I'll let you guys know a few hours beforehand so that you'll know. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys have a great day or evening, depending on where you are. And I will see you guys later. Take care. Goodbye.